Yo, they laughing so loud. What's so funny in here?
I'll call you back.
How many boys on the phone? Don't tell me I'm gonna call you back. Let me see. Who is this? Who is this? All these hoes on the phone. Huh? Do they know how this room looking?
This my best friend.
Do they know how this room
Best
looking?
friend. It say best friend. Don't
Then why Brunel looking like that?
Don't that say best friend? Best friend.
It say BSFN.
Best friend.
Bullshitting fuck nigga. I don't know what that means. What's funny, Aubrey?
Hello. Today I'm going to be talking about how CJ Man starved his daughter, his oldest daughter, Kamari, because she didn't want to give him what he wanted. So these are all my thoughts and my opinions. If I offend anybody's sensibilities, I apologize in advance. But I'm just going to tell you what I feel is going on. So with that being said, let's get into it. So I believe CJ Man was starving his daughter and not giving her resources because he couldn't get what he wanted from her. I'm gonna tell you, I believe they had an ancestral relationship, but she got older and she didn't want to participate in it anymore. I believe when she got old enough, she's like, this is wrong. When children are groomed at a young age, they get conditioned to think certain behaviors from a parent is normal. But once they get old enough to kind of realize what's right and what's wrong, they realize like, hey, I shouldn't be doing inappropriate things with my own father. At one point in time, and people was mentioning this a long time ago, they thought Kamari was even pregnant by her father. Now, this is all alleged for entertainment purposes only. But at one point in time, she did look like she was pregnant. I even got a short up on my channel where her stomach was sticking out. I just want to know, why wasn't he feeding that girl? She lost a ton of weight. She looked like she got to be about like 90 pounds. So I'm trying to figure out, why was he not taking care of her properly? Could it possibly be that because she didn't want to engage in an ancestral relationship anymore, that she was getting starved? And the reason why she went home early is because he wasn't feeding her, because she was sitting over there over the stove cooking dry noodles in a pan. So something definitely weird was going on over in that situation with the slumber parties and him busting in the room on female little girls with they, like, basically in their underwear. Clearly this man's a sicko. And I seen on somebody's channel, she was sitting there sticking her tongue out at her father, like lashing out her tongue, like making a licking motion with her mouth. So like when you see things like that, you got to put two and two together. Like clearly they had an inappropriate relationship. You can even go back to her 13th birthday party, and I got a short up on my channel with that, when her friend was telling CJ, stop telling her to touch herself, at her own 13th birthday party in front of a whole room of kids. So I'm just real disturbed, on top of hearing about she could be in CPS custody, but I think she was posting yesterday on the internet. So hopefully she back at home. But, if he did use her like that and discard her, that's super sad. It's super disgusting. Like, this man needs to be in somebody's prison, man. Like, that man is a real deal pedophile, like, no joke. And I just pray for that little girl. I pray that she can get the help she need at some point, so her whole rest of her life don't be destroyed. And you could tell that's what it was. She stood on her big one. She didn't want to go for the weirdness no more. So he stopped taking care of her. And like if she do what he want her to do, he get her hair done, she eat. It seemed like if she don't do what he want her to do, she starves. By the time she made it to the airport, she was a stick figure. I got the before and after picture. You can go look at it for yourself. He had money because he was going to the casino, feeding it to the machine and giving it to Lexi. So why wasn't he feeding her? Why was she over a dry pot of noodles on the stove staring at it with no water in it? You know what I'm saying? She didn't even know how to cook those noodles. She said they was hers, but if she bought them, once she know how to prepare them properly, it was just probably something she just found in the pantry. That's super sad, super tragic. And I just pray for that little girl and pray that she, had a courage like Jalea and, tell the truth if that's what was going on over there. So that's all for now. I just wanted to point that out because a lot of people ain't even talking about that little girl, or when they do, they making fun of her. And that's super unfortunate because she's a victim too. Justice for Kamari.